Throughout history, one of the best tactical formations of soldiers at war, and especially in ancient warfare, was the Phalanx, and it came in two varieties, pretty much. You know, you had a shield and a spear like these Greek hoplites have, or these Macedonian pikemen here with a pike phalanx. But, you know what? Now that we've got the modern faction in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, let's try out a Riot Phalanx formation and see who wins this one. So they've got their big old tactical shields and they've got their nightsticks, and don't worry, we can upgrade these guys to, like, have you ever played like Rainbow Six Siege, where you get like pistols, or like the old one of the Counter-Strikes had guys with pistols and shields? And I just want to show that even to this day the Phalanx is used in combat, and here it looks like these guys don't have a freaking chance. So just like Philip of Macedon modernized his soldiers to be able to conquer the Greeks by getting phalanxes of pikemen, we're gonna modernize our phalanx to the modern faction equivalent. And oh my god, is this a pig man or is this a spider man? So yes, we've equipped our men with pistols and riot shields, and look at this, they're able to fire at the incoming pikemen along the way. Well, modern phalanx versus ancient phalanx. Pigman. Who do you think won? So look at this. We've got a lieutenant, a battlefield medic, riot police, the blitz shield, which you just saw. Sandbags? Hold on. Alright, so I put sandbags in the game, and I put 3 guys with ARs behind them. Wait, is it, so the sandbags are like, you're able to spawn in a static defensive, like, building? We're able to spawn in, like, this is one of the first mods that I've ever seen where you can spawn in a freaking building. Alright, let's see. The what? It just deflected. Hold on. Alright, I swear it just looked like it deflected those incoming spears. So we're gonna see with a full volley. Oh god, some of those guys. Spears to the face. So it blocked some and reflected some, and what is going on? I don't know, but sandbags are definitely interesting. So we got sandbags, we got shotties, Uzis, an assortment of ARs, some snipers, a minigun, and hold on, a tank. We're familiar with tanks, even in ancient warfare, because while this is a T-90 modern tank, this is a woolly mammoth, and elephants were used as tanks in the ancient world. Oh, that's a one-hit kill from the main gun, but I wonder what the reload rate is. It's gonna be definitely fast enough to deal with all 3 of these ancient tanks. So we've got a wide assortment of weapons to try out today. A lot of them are extremely expensive. In fact, all of them except for the sandbags and the riot police and the battlefield medic are over $1,000. So we put out a little squad here. This is the Scar, which is basically the legendary weapon, or at least it used to be in old school Fortnite, when I actually still played. Who's still playing Fortnite, and who's honestly onto Minecraft and other beautiful indie games like Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. But this is an M249, it's a LMG, or light machine gun, and this thing should have an incredible fire rate. So the Scars are reloading, and he's still laying down the pain train. The gun sound effects are pretty good. Their accuracy isn't the best. Oh my god, but I guess it doesn't have to be. To some degree, look at that. He's reloaded. It took him a little bit longer to reload. Oh, they're still up. They're still up. I love this mod. The modern faction, I wonder how Landfall's gonna do it, because they could be incredibly powerful. Whoa, there's a secret unit called the Reinforcer. Oh my god, it's like the Summoner. We've got the Summoner here. So he just summoned what? A bunch of random guys. This guy's got some kind of a shoddy, it looks like. This guy's got a SOCOM sniper. I can't tell what this guy has because he's getting absolutely wrecked. It looks like he had some Uzis. So, the Reinforcer just secretly drops units? So I think this is the boss unit. He's called the Lieutenant. Lieutenant Dan, you don't have any legs, and it just looks like his Scar has a scope on it. Oh! Okay, so never mind. We have the Lieutenant calls in a squad. This guy. That is not how you hold your MG, son. Oh my god. Okay, so they've got a field medic, a sniper, and then a rifleman. Yeah. Okay. So it wasn't the Reinforcer, it was the Lieutenant. He's the summoner. So this is one of the most precarious maps because there's just so much water. There's a few choke points with these bridges. And I think that this is like the modern faction's like backyard, so to speak. You could use them to hold these bridges with just a few units. So naturally, when any faction invades the dynasty, they're gonna send out their bravest warriors, the samurai, including the child soldiers. My god, don't they know that's against the Geneva Convention? This is illegal! But look at this. The modern faction has set up sandbags. They're gonna take this land. And you know what? They're using sharpshooters. So here we have like the Dragunov looking semi-auto. Then we've got AWP ops from like Counter-Strike. We've got, this is like, what is this thing called again? It's called the Chaitak Intervention. And then we got that SOCOM. So basically what I want to do is see if Samurai can block modern bullets. And if they can, at what rate? Let's see if these guys are blocking shots. It doesn't look like they're able to block shots. Okay, Samurai are not able to stop modern firearms. Oh god, you're firing at the wrong group. So the machine gunners, and wait, something's slowing this down. Whenever this guy shoots, it goes like Matrix-style bullet time. Oh my god, these poor dudes! You need a couple like riot police up here. Uh-oh. This guy is about to get cut down by katanas. Although he's taking a lot of samurai with him. What is happening? How come that guy's not dead yet? Okay, there he is. He's going. He's actually fighting again. Nope, he fought the current as bravely as he could for a brief moment. Okay, so I think it's clear. Is this guy even wearing a shirt? This is the Opper, and I don't know who he's shooting at or what, but wait, this guy's still alive. What are you doing? Hold on, let's take control of him. I wish you could like, all right, this is super fast reload, but it doesn't do a ton of damage. Look at this, I'm getting shots. I'm getting hits. Unless the samurai are blocking these or they're just incredibly weak. Well, there we go. I'm like having to lead my shots, which is very strange with a sniper. But imagine if you could like scope up your rifle in this game. These guys should still win. Oh, they're stuck over there because there's a dude. All right, well, we need to revise our tactics. So that was an interesting idea. I really want to try this shoddy unit. So let's put him out and let's see what he does. One of the other things I did was change up, instead of sandbags, we're going to the old Phalanx formation. This time we've got the blitzers, which have these really cool looking shields and these little pistols here. And this guy's got a shoddy, so let's just see how good he is. All right, sir, you may fire when ready. Wait a minute, he just shoots, but this, okay. I was worried about how the shotgun would work in this. He fires, but you can tell that it's just kind of like it goes in a spread and it's very possible to miss. It's not necessarily going to hit. So that's pretty amazing. And I love these guys with the shields. I really want to try them against like some projectile units like archers or something. I think that's what we're going to give them a try next. But this is kind of like going to show us what the modern faction could look like or will look like. Look at the shotgun guy. Every time he shoots, it pushes him back. I think you better not step into that water, Bill. Look at that. Oh no, he's probably gonna shoot. This reminds me of the old school stick fight game where like when you use the shotgun you can like fly yourself off the map. Okay, so the modern faction is pretty impressive. They've got a lot of really interesting units. Samurai guy, have you dislocated your shoulders again? Or are you just holding it well above your head like to try to intimidate the enemy? But there are ninjas out here right now, and without any shield guys. Whoa, 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 whoa! That's inappropriate there, Samurai Joe. Or is it Samurai Jack? Oh man, come on, dude. Oh! Look, now that his rifle's up there, he's probably not gonna be able to get a shot in. So these monk staffers, it's like they're staffers. Oh! Did you see that? This bullet just went bullet time, and that was fired by... Dude, the bullet is fantastic. Oh, that was fired by... Was it... this guy. So when he shoots it, it goes bullet time. It just hasn't for a while. I don't know. Maybe he's been distracted or something. Oh, that guy got taken out by an op. Look at this guy. Hey, dude. That was actually kind of perfect. He just shot. There must have been a guy that was like still alive in this mound. So to have a better appreciation for the riot gear soldiers, we're gonna need to put them against an army that's gonna fire a lot of projectiles here. So here comes a volley of spears. Now, oh, they deflect, but So they deflect instead of just sit there and absorb the shots, which actually allows other spears to get in. So I don't know if that's like the best thing to do. Now we're gonna see what these shields do. If they do them differently or if it's gonna be the same mechanic where they block. Let's see. Yeah, they block. And look at that. If there's more spears coming in, a few of them may find their mark, like that one's in his spinal column, and I don't think he's gonna be sitting very pretty for a while. Look at how they're holding their guns. This guy's got a spear in his hand, and now he can't lift his pistol to shoot, so it's looking like he's about to shoot himself in the leg. This is absurd, and I love it. Okay. So while they can deflect, I think I'd rather guys that just didn't, and just absorb it. That would be true Phalanx. Alright, so what we need to do here is we're gonna set up like a Riot Squad. So these guys, you know, they got like rubber bullets. We're gonna get some Riot Police here, and we're gonna make a much better tribal army. All right, so we added a few shotgunners, which are hopefully crowd control, and they're gonna need it because we've got crowds of enemies, and we added the ancient tank. So the shotguns here will be able to fire a lot of shells. Now we do have incoming spears. That one looks like it's going straight for the, oh, man, that one hit him in the shin. Can you imagine walking around with a giant, like, stone spear in your shin? I don't know. That doesn't sound very comfortable to me. So what's going on over here? The mammoths are just taking shot after shot after shot, but remember, they are the tanks of the ancient world, but it doesn't matter, because these guys are getting riggedy wrecked. Oh, you know what they need? They have amazing technology. We need some technology. Interesting choice of location. Alright, the farmer faction has decided to make an alliance with the tribes, and they have lent themselves, you know what? Hey cavemen, you may have invented the wheel, but we sure did perfect it when we made these lovely contraptions, aka the wheelbarrows. And they are definitely disrupting, and honestly, here we go. This is what I'm excited for, to see how good the harvesters are able to do against these units, because I've noticed that they have a lot of health. Look at this big derp. I love the big derp guy because he's just silly. Like, you rarely get to see him running around the battlefield smacking at people. Oh man, I don't know. I think the modern faction's still gonna win. Although the mammoth is still alive. It's just, is he doing enough? I feel like the modern faction is gonna have to be kind of like a glass cannon. Dude, I'm sorry, but this guy would be on the ground rolling in pain. Look. Sir, that's not how you hold a shield. Don't you love physics? Okay. The poor tribal faction, they're gonna give up. They're like, you know what? We're done trying to fight these enemies from the future. Gentlemen, an unknown enemy threat is coming. Look at that shot right there of this guy. Doesn't that look awesome? His pistol sticking out and you can see his face through his, like, defensive glass shield. So they've decided to really form a defensive perimeter on the front there with the sandbags, the dudes with shields and the pistols, and then we have the reinforcements. These guys are supposed to cover anybody who breaks through. These are P90s. I actually remember these as like from GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64 was the first time I ever became aware of a gun that looked like that. Then we've got the scars, and then we got the snipers on the hill. So these guys are to protect them. And what are they fighting? Oh, you know, just an entire, like, the Rohirrim, basically the Knights of Rohan, if they were a bunch of farmers with wheelbarrows. So I'm really curious to see how these sandbags deal with a cavalry charge of sorts. And now we can actually do a proper cavalry charge, I just realized. So the sandbags block projectiles, but they do not block, like, bodies, I guess. The sandbags are moving. Oh my god, this is hilarious. I don't know. The MGs are firing, the snipers are on these hills here. If the guys in front can distract the enemy, then I think the snipers are gonna be able to pick off everybody. Yeah, this one looks like it's gonna be a win for the modern faction. And it got me thinking, I'm still kind of the habit of like, oh, we need a cavalry charge, let's use mammoths or let's use wheelbarrows. But we actually have proper cavalry charges now. Oh, this is awesome. So since snipers have such a long line of sight, what we did was we put, oh my god, sir, are you alright? Do you have the brain the size of a squirrel? We put snipers on these ridges over here, and they are gonna be shooting down at, yes, a wedge formation of heavy jousting cavalry. So I wanna see how these guys do against the incoming bullets. This is like the charge of the light brigade. Oh my gosh, you're seeing so many horses get dropped, like instantaneously, but now the Renaissance faction has entered the game, and I don't know if you're aware of this. Oh my gosh. But they have tanks, my friends. Oh my god, that was just bad. Okay, they're gonna need a better formation. Oh yes, We added the UFO tanks, because don't these look like the UFOs that, like, everyone said that the Germans built after World War II when they built a base in Antarctica? Look at the tanks. They're coming in slowly, but none of them have gotten wrecked yet. And there's more targets. The cavalry was just kind of too slow. We've got knights going in on foot. Did that? Oh, the sandbags are able to stop cannonballs. We need actual just cannons, don't we? Oh, there's also the cavalry. So what would it take in the ancient world to, like, overcome a defensive position by modern faction? I think it's clear that you need a lot. So here is a massive cavalry charge. We've got the jousters behind, and we've got the cavalry in the front. The Da Vinci tanks are here as well. We need something that can, like, be good at withstanding the pain that is modern ballistics. And I don't think they have it. Look at all these guys on foot. It's hilarious when their horses get taken out, how they come in. So it looks like all the Da Vinci tanks are able to get up here. One's kind of stopped in the back, but the cannons are firing, so... Wait, have these guys abandoned their posts? They've abandoned their posts, and they're still probably gonna win! You gotta be freaking kidding me, man. We got an M249 and an FN Scar, which I think FN is like Fabrique Nationale. Is that Belgian or Dutch? Oh my god, I just realized that there's miniguns in here. A giant invincible force cavalry wedge versus a dude from Fallout with a minigun. Oh my god, this guy's decked out, so let's see how fast he fires. Oh my gosh. You saw the bullets. Oh! It's not strong enough. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try 3 miniguns. Alright, 3 miniguns powering up. Can they stop this cavalry charge? No, I don't think so. They're not the most accurate, and when they get hit, they're pretty weak. I like that these guys are weak. Alright, we gave them 4 Dragunov snipers behind them to try to help. So let's see. The snipers have a decent fire rate. I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. It is enough. It's definitely enough. I totally knew it was enough from the beginning. Yes! Dude, don't they look kind of like a mix of like the guys from Fallout? These guys definitely look like they're wearing power armor of some way, but then kind of like a pilot helmet, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. How is that possible? They weren't even shooting in the right, they weren't aiming that way, but they were shooting there, man. Dark magic is afoot. Yeah, look at this guy. He's shooting like backwards, and this guy's... What are you doing, dude? Shoot the right way! How is that possible? Well, now it's time for the T-90s. The Battle of Kursk was fought between the Russians and the Germans. We don't have any of those tanks, so we've got modern T-90s versus Da Vinci tanks that actually never existed. In the totally accurate version of Kursk, the biggest tank battle of all time. I'm pretty sure that was even bigger than the Iraq War one. So it looks like the Da Vinci tanks can take 2 hits from a modern T-90. I want to see them get a little bit closer, but a lot of them are getting stuck on the old Da Vinci, so they're going to need to revise their tactic. Wait a second, we're Russian. Quantity has a quality all its own is our thing. How come the Italians have 1,000,000 tanks on the battlefield? Well, because they're really easy to make when it's just wood and iron as opposed to just straight up steel. So this one's powering up to start firing, but he's not firing. I really want to see these things fire. We're gonna move the Russians up. Here we go. We should have firing. How come the Da Vinci tanks are not firing? They're spinning. What sort? Okay, there we go. I saw some cannons firing in the background. This guy's getting hit by multiple cannonballs to the face. See, that's the thing. In theory, I think you could defeat a T-90 with old school cannons if you fired enough and gave them concussions, right? I like just knocked them out through sheer concussive force of the projectiles hitting the tank till they couldn't operate the tank anymore. Then you open up the hatch and like, we have commandeered this tank. Alright, so this is the most anticlimactic Battle of Kursk ever. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Baron. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Let me know if you want to see more, and this is the modern faction. What could be? What should be? I don't know, but, and will it will be? Will it will be? Will it will be? Will it will be, guys? I'm gonna leave you that. Goodbye.